This is going to be a 2, maybe 3-part series because it's about a case study, first of all, and it's about fundability, and it's also about women. And you know, female founders and female owned businesses is my wheelhouse. So let me start here. The Doux didn't become fundable when VMG Partners invested. The Doux became fundable years before the investment ever showed up. That's the part most founders miss. Because when a headline says, the Doux secures investment, people tend to focus on the money. But as the fundability strategist, I don't start with the money. I start with the structure. Because funding isn't the beginning of readiness. Funding reveals readiness. And the Doux is a very important case study for Black women founders, Caribbean women founders, beauty entrepreneurs, and every small business owner who still believes that funding is the thing that will fix the business. Beloved, it isn't. Because funding doesn't fix weak structures. Funding exposes it. And in the Doux's case, the investment made sense because there was already something strong enough to accelerate. Let's strip the headline down. The Doux, founded by Maya and Brian Smith, secured a minority investment from VMG Partners, a consumer-focused growth equity firm. Now, that phrase matters. Minority investment, not takeover, not rescue, not distressed capital. It means capital entered the business to help accelerate growth. See how slowly I'm saying it? While the founders remained central to the brand and its direction. That's a very different story from a business that needs money because it's collapsing. And this is why I keep telling founders, not all funding is the same. Some funding scales you. Some funding stabilizes you. And some restructures you. Therefore, the question isn't, can I get funding? The real question is this. If capital entered your business today, what would it do? Would it scale you, stabilize you, or would it restructure you? So let's look at why the Doux became fundable. Work with me here. The first reason is founder market fit. And don't worry, I'm going to do a Substack article soon come where we will go into this point in greater detail. But for the moment, work with me. Maya Smith wasn't just someone who woke up and decided to sell hair products because textured hair was trending. She's a licensed cosmetologist. She understands a customer. She understands their pain point. She understands the product gap because she's worked directly with textured hair clients. And that also matters. In fact, it matters most of all. A fundable business isn't built on vibes. It's built on insight. And insight comes from proximity. Maya knew what women needed. She knows what's missing on the shelf. She knows the difference between a product that looks good in marketing and a product that actually works in real life. Now let that one hit. That's just not passion. That's market intelligence. And founders need to understand this. Your lived experience can start a business, no question about it. But it has to be converted into a business model. And that's where many founders get stuck. They have a story, they have passion, they have the pain point, but they'll never build a structure that follows the market to trust, repeat, buy, recommend, and scale with them. The Doux did. The second reason the Doux became fundable is brand differentiation. The brand has a voice. It has attitude. It has culture. It has a point of view. Doux didn't enter the textured hair care market whispering. It came with personality, humor, confidence, and clarity. And for Black women, that matters. Because we don't just buy products, we buy recognition. We buy trust. We buy the feeling that somebody actually sees us. But let me be clear. Culture creates attention. Structure creates longevity. The Doux wasn't fundable because it was cute. It became fundable because the brand translated cultural relevance into retail performance. That's the distinction. Your brand can be beautiful. Your content can be engaging. Your story can be inspiring. But none of that turns into repeatable revenue, clear margins, operational discipline, and customer demand. Then you're not yet fundable. You're visible. You're in the chat. And visibility isn't the same thing as fundability. Should I repeat that? I think I should. Visibility isn't the same as fundability. The third reason that the Doux succeeded is retail traction. The Doux didn't stay as an idea. It moved from salon insight to product line, to customer adoption, to major retailer, to broader distribution. That's movement investors can understand. Retail traction matters because it gives the business proof. It says customers are buying. Retailers are stocking. Products are moving. The brand can operate beyond the founder's personal reach. The last part is important, and I'll tell you why. Because many women-led businesses are still too founder dependent. If the founder stops, everything stops. If the founder gets sick, sales drop. If the founder takes a break, deliveries slow. If the founder is tired, the business suffers. That's not sustainable. And it's not fundable at scale.